Happy Wednesday, everybody. I just wanted to pop in here and do a quick recap video of how JBRL went, as well as our Monday test day. Found a lot of cool things with the car on Monday that I wish I would have had for Saturday, but we'll have it ready for the next one, and we'll do a little rundown of what we did. Starting with JBRL, the race went okay. I felt like I didn't have the same level of comfort that I was looking for on Saturday. Qualifying, the car felt pretty good. I just crashed a ton, and it would just continue into round two. I would still keep crashing and just couldn't really find that level of comfort that I wanted to drive the speed that I needed. So made a couple of changes for the main, a little bit of shock oil change, but I don't think it was the right way to go. I felt better. The track was a little better. The track was starting to hold water at the end of the day in the evening, so the car felt a little better, but it was just bad luck from the start. I mean, the first corner over the triple step up got punted right before I could even get out of the corner, and then from there I just played catch up, so I was probably 10th or so on the first lap, and then slowly would catch up to the leaders and then get taken out again or crash on my own. So it was just kind of a rough main, and was happy to kind of pull away with the fourth, just a couple seconds out of third. Since I wasn't too happy with the way things went on Saturday, I decided to go ahead and hit the dirt on Monday. So Scott, Keith, Drew Zeller, all of us, we went out to the dirt and did some running. When I first got there, I went and threw the car on the track just as it was from the track from Proline. I managed to do like a 40.9 or a 40.5, so it wasn't super great because I saw Jimmy Fishback was out there earlier and he was down in the 38s, so we were definitely a little bit off pace. I think the car might have been kind of the problem on Saturday, so we went back, sat down, came up with some ideas, and here was what we did. First off, I finally put the 4-degree steering blocks on the car. And initially, I didn't think they were that great. I thought that the car just lacked overall steering, but that was my mistake. I didn't check the endpoints on the car or the steering links, so I was a little bit off. So I went back and reset those, and found out that this car needed these steering blocks. So if anyone's running the 2s right now, and you're running on a rough track that's loose or anything like that, I definitely recommend going to the 4s. I think the 4s are going to be the base start for pretty much every track now. The steering feel that you get from it is it still has the car initially has a lot of steering when you enter the corner. And with the 2s, as you get to the mid to the exit, it starts to kind of drift out a little bit, doesn't quite hold the line that you're looking for, and it makes it really hard to go fast and keep the car where you want it. With the 4s, there was a little bit of loss of the entry speed, but it made up for it mid to exit. The car would hold the line, which you could put it wherever you want it, and it just made for a lot faster lap times right off the gate. So just making that switch, I dropped it all the way down into the 39s, so almost a second difference on just that change alone. And then from there, I also changed the links because I've been running the second hole from the top on the front shock tower for the camber link. So I actually dropped that down and then moved the link on the steering rack back to center. And that has definitely smoothed out the steering, makes the car super drivable, and I feel like I found a little bit more corner speed with that setup in there. After getting the front end dialed in, we moved on to the rear end to kind of match it back to what the front end felt like, so we need a little bit more rear grip. Starting with the hub height, I went from center to all the way down, and what that did for me is it kind of made the car a little more edgy in the bumps, so I didn't quite like it as much as I thought. So I ended up going back to center on that and leaving it there, but the link length. So I was going from outside to middle, and I kind of want to keep going back and forth on it. I think that the long link is a little bit easier to drive, but in the corners, the center link rotates a little faster, but also squares up faster. So I think that's going to be a track dependent setting. I think what I'm going to stick with is the long link, and then move it in if needed. Hope you guys find these videos helpful when setting up your Hong Nor car. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.